Vince. I'm King George. I'm the owner of T.Y.I Productions. I'm the curator of Black 31 magazine. Today we are here with another special guest. This lady right here, she is very, very special in the community. She is an entrepreneur. She's a singer. She's a songwriter. She's a Grammy-nominated artist. She's involved in real estate. She's a Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award winner. And inside this interview, we're going to get into the beginning of her story. We're going to get into the music, the production of music side, how she how she dove into music and actually created something that's very, very special. So listen, without further ado, can we please give it up for Miss Monique Nikkole? Let's go. Absolutely. So without further ado, who is Monique Nikkole?
Wow, I'm a lot. But I'm that kid from Brooklyn first.
Yes.
Born and raised in Brooklyn. Canarsie East, Flatbush, stand up. You know what it is. And I always sang from the beginning of time. And so I was told. I started singing when I was 2. I don't remember, of course.
Okay.
So, music was woven into my fabric right from the beginning. Wasn't supported in the household because my parents wanted me to go to school and get, a regular career.
Yes.
And, be able to support myself. And my dad sang professionally. He got burned in the industry, so he didn't really want that for me. So I went on to do what they told me to do because I was an obedient child. And I went on to Nassau County PD. I worked there for 24 years and then I retired as a detective sergeant simultaneously while doing music on the support end because I started out in management, concert promotions and things on that end and owned a few studios, so I was still linked to music but on the business side. In 2015 is when I dropped my first single and started to focus on myself as an artist. So yeah, that's kind of my story, part of my story as to who I am and how I'm here with you today.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I want to dive into some pieces of that story, right? I noticed that you mentioned Nassau PD, right? Take us through that journey of being, a part of the police department, and let us know how did you feel personally during that time?
It was mostly a great experience. Of course, you face your adversities.
Yes.
The makeup of the department was predominantly white males in Nassau County.
Yes.
So I was like number 6 to get promoted in my rank in history, like maybe in like 100 years. So,
yes.
Which was great, but it also comes with its pressures, so to speak. So sometimes you did get a little bit of pushback because of being a woman or being a boss, but for the most part, I was received well and had a great working relationship with my peers and with my subordinates or my team. I don't really like to call them subordinates. I think we all work together as a team to make things work, and it was good. I've seen the good, bad, the ugly, and everything else in between.
Yes.
Working a job like that. But it was good. It was a good run.
I understand. What does music mean to you?
Music is life to me. It's the air I breathe, it's the food I eat, it's my whole universe, outside of course my family and God first, but I can't live without it. So with that being said, I would just be nothing without music. If these didn't work and I couldn't experience, because it's an experience to me. It's something that you could feel.
Yes.
So, and it's something that's much needed to me.
Absolutely. Now, in September of 2024, you dropped a single called Queen of the Hustle.
Yes.
what was the makeup behind that single?
Ooh, that single, it was a mouthful. I started writing that song, one, because my brother always refers to me as a queen of the hustle because I got so much going on. And I guess we'll get into that soon. But it kind of morphed into something else because during the midterm elections, women's rights were kind of just abolished. You know, Roe versus Wade was voted on. They rolled that back, and after 50 years of having it in 1973, now we're going backwards. So that struck a nerve with me, and I felt that it needed to be addressed in music. So, you know, it's kind of like a pushback to what's going on right now in our civil rights movement that's going on. And that was the motivation, like the core motivation of that song, outside of me being the queen of the hustle and having all of these businesses and things that I have going on. But yeah, that was like the core of it. And when I was penning it, it was so much longer because I had so much to say, but you know, you can't say for so much in 3 minutes. And it was received well. It was like the woman's anthem, so to speak. I think it hit like #7 on the iTunes chart, and like all the blogs were just running with it. It hit all the hip hop blogs and like everything. So I'm glad that the message did resonate with men and women. You know, because the woman is, I mean, she's the center of the house. You know, she's the one that gives life. She's the one, you know, that's supporting the men. So her rights are important. You know, equally important to him as it is to her. So yeah.
Absolutely. That's some gems right there. She giving y'all some heavy gems too. Absolutely. Business entrepreneur. Let us know about the business entrepreneur side of Monique Nikkole. And also, you're the owner of a lifestyle brand, right? Yes.
My Monique Nikkole Fitness. I have a fitness journal, and it's called Monique Nikkole's Fitness Journal. And it's a 90-day journal where you can log what you're eating, what you're drinking, and it has motivational quotes in it to get you through the day. And I share my story how I lost 40 pounds. Because I've always been a small person. I did not have to work out every day. But after I had my second child, the weight did not fall off. And I had to find a way to get it off. And I share that in this book, in this journal. So that's where my lifestyle and fitness entrepreneurship lies with that. And with my other side, I own my own label. I own my own publishing company. A lot of responsibilities and things that you need to know on the back end to run your label, to be efficient at it. I also have a luxury rental brand, CTP Luxury Rentals, and I own properties that, you know, I either redo them, sell them, or I retain them and I rent them, and so that's my real estate side.
That's heavy. I like that. And one thing you forgot to mention, and I ain't gonna let you forget, you dropped your own single on your label, Say Yes.
Oh yes.
That was heavy.
Yes, that was my first Say Yes, and I dropped plenty more in between that time. And what else did I put out on that label? Oh, I did a mixtape. That's on SoundCloud. It's called Straight from the Crates. I got my Christmas album. That's under that imprint. Coco Tunes Publishing / music imprint. Of course, Queen of the Hustle is on there, and my latest single, We Are One.
That's heavy. Now I seen that you did like it was like an album cover. Was it
Enigmatic.
Yeah.
Yes, that's coming before summertime, y'all. That's a body of work that I'm gonna release an EP/album. Depends on how many cuts makes it onto the EP. If it's 6 or 7, if it's 10 or more, it'll be an album. So I'm trying to weigh it out now.
Yes. Now I seen that you did a photo. The way the photo looked, the photo reminds me of natural hair, Angela Davis type, and it reminds me of naturality of a black woman. And how special is it to share like the natural beauty and to show that and to pass that on to like younger women?
I think it's important to be comfortable in the skin that you're in, especially these days, because the images that we see on these couple of seconds that we're scrolling, and a lot of them are engineered and it's not real, and that's okay. But it's okay to have kinky hair, it's okay to wear your afro, and yeah, I mean, that's where I am. So I share that with everyone, and I think it's important to just love who you are, whoever that may be. You know, that's your choice. But for me, yeah, I like to have my kinky hair out, and I keep the makeup to a minimum, and that works for me.
I respect it. When it comes to owning the business, right? What are some of the challenges that you may face when it comes to owning your business?
Oh my goodness, there's a lot, and it depends on what end of the business we're talking about. Like if we're talking about within the property world, you know, and dealing with contractors messing up things and having to redo things, or tenants that aren't paying their rent, or having to go to landlord-tenant court, and you know, that's like the downside to real estate and business. And as far as the music is concerned, you have, you know, when you're running a label, there's a lot of ends. You got to do marketing, marketing promotions, your visuals, your videos, your pictures, and everything else. So it's something that needs to be like a fine oiled machine, and sometimes you might have a team member or a service that you might have hired as label support that's not delivering what they need to deliver. So then that puts me as the artist now having to put that cap on and plug those holes, because you're also the label owner. So it comes with its challenges, because you wear so many hats, but you still got to get up and perform as an artist. So in a nutshell, that will cover like the music and the things. Okay. You know, as far as that entrepreneurship journey and those bumps in the road. Well, there's a lot of bumps in the road. I mean, you got people coming up through this industry and managing artists and hiring services for them, yes. And then people running off with your bag. I've had that happen. Yes. So, you know, it comes with its setbacks and lessons, because you learn from those setbacks, and you learn to trust your gut.
That's true.
More. You have to rely on your instincts. Absolutely. So, yeah. It's had its downs, but it's had more ups, thankfully.
Okay, absolutely. I respect that. What do you love most about yourself?
My stick-to-itiveness. Because no matter what happens, I still get up and I work. I don't care what's going on. The work got to get done. It might sound cold, but everything could be falling apart. I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna work. So I think that's my blessing and my curse at the same time. But if I was to pick something, it's gonna be that. And yeah, like I'm that person that's there for you to like I'm like loyal. Like if I'm a friend or whatever, I'm a friend to the end.
What you just said, you know, it would definitely That was definitely Brooke. She said, what she say? My stick-to-itiveness. My stick-to-itiveness. I respect it. Music, right? Who are some of your favorite inspirations who inspired you musically?
Stephanie Mills, Lisa Morgan, Irene Cara, Mickey Howard, Jennifer Hudson, Jasmine Sullivan, Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston. Yeah.
These are powerful singers.
Those singers, yeah.
So that's the type of music you love to create also.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
I'm a flat-footed R&B singer. You know, I do contemporary R&B too and stuff. And, you know, the hip-hop and stuff for the streets. But that's the heart of me.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's right. When it comes to community, right? And especially the time that we live in right now, right? We have young children that seem like they lost their way within society, right? What do you believe are some of the problems and solutions to what's going on in society between young children, especially when it comes to gun violence?
There's a lot to unpack there. But I believe that it all starts at home. And how we're putting love into our children, monitoring what they're doing, you know, as far as a community. When I was growing up, my neighbors was able to pull you up and tell you that you're doing the wrong thing.
Yes.
And I think part of that has gotten lost within the community, where everybody is your child in that community, because we all have to look out for each other. So I think at the simplest foundation of the issues, I think that foundation got a little shaky at home base. And you know, a lot of times, I know it's 2-parent households. If it's not, it might be 1 parent. People got to work 2 jobs. Things are more expensive. There's a lot going on with the home dynamic, with the community. So that's one of the issues. And then you have social media, which is way too accessible. You know, the internet is way too accessible to these younger kids, and they see a lot of things that they believe to be real, and they go out and they mimic what they see. So, you know, when they're at a certain age, it's so impressionable, and they need positive images, positive examples. They need people around them that love them within the community. And I think that with what's going on today in comparison to when I was coming up, I think that's the shift. I think that's a big shift. And if we could get back to some of those simple things, they work.
And to tie all that in, right? I want to bring it back to music, but I also want to bounce it back to that topic also. When it comes to how much does music play? How much does music play a special part within the community of mental health? How much does that connect with mental health, with what we're going through in society? How much do all of that connect?
I think that it's very integral. Like, music, food, air, everything. Anything that you ingest, digest, become part of you. So what you're listening to, who you're in contact with, and those experiences definitely affect you on the mental health side. So, you know, if you already, let's say, have a presenting issue, let's say anger, should you be listening to anger music? Probably not. you need to listen to a little more jazz to mellow you out. So music, you just don't experience it by just, dancing or hearing it. You feel it. And it's something that is spiritual. There's drums and all kinds of things that bring out different emotions and take your mind different places. So you got to be careful with type of music that you're picking as well, because I think that does affect it. It could be a positive effect or it could be a negative effect. So yeah, I think there is definitely a correlation between the two.
Absolutely. And I know we mentioned real estate. I know we mentioned music, but something that I noticed that I read also in this story was that you were a marathon runner.
Yes, I ran 2 full marathons, New York City Marathon, and I ran the Chicago Marathon, and a whole bunch of half marathons. As a matter of fact, I run in Philly a few times. I've done the Rock and Roll Philly Half Marathon, I think twice, and then like some smaller races, half sour, half kraut. It's like a German race in trails, because I like to run trails.
Yes.
And I did that half marathon probably about 3 times, and there's too many races to count, but a lot of them. And done some international races as well, which was pretty fun. I was an avid runner. Not so much now, more doing weights and stuff like that. But yeah, that was my season though. Like I was running hard back then.
Yes.
Yeah.
What runs through the mind of an athlete? Like when you was going through those moments of being an athlete, what was those maximum thoughts that you was having to complete these marathons?
It begins in your training, right? You do so much to prepare for that 26.2 miles, and that starts months before with your diet and conditioning and how you're working out and the weight training, the speed work, the getting up in the wee hours of the morning, and you're training through the winter, throwing on your mask, throwing on your layers, running through snow, running through rain, and stay on schedule. And I think that your mind is what leads your body. So you definitely have to get within a mindset that no matter what, I'm getting this training done. Like it's a different type of thinking in order to prepare to run 26.2 miles. Like it's really like ironclad. Like nothing is getting in. I don't care what's going on. I'm gonna put on my boots or whatever, your sneakers, and I'm gonna run.
Absolutely.
And nothing stops that. And that also helps you in life, because life is a marathon. And you learn so much about yourself through the training. That changed me. And it showed me what I'm capable of doing. Like, you're only limited by what your mind tells you that you can't do. And that is what I learned. That was my takeaway from training for a marathon and actually completing it. And completing when injured. But my mind wouldn't let me quit. Yeah, so yeah, it's like it's more mental to me than it is physical. It's physical conditioning. Yes, you have to be able to take the pounding. Week after week, 3 miles, 5 miles, 6 miles, 3 miles, speed training, this work, the hill work, weights, and everything else you build up, and then you take the last long run is 20 miles, and then you start to taper, 20 miles, then you do a 10 mile, then a 6 mile, then you come down, and then it's race day.
Okay.
But you beat your body up, and you break it down and build it back up for the race.
Okay.
So it's something.
Now, when you just to elaborate just a little bit more on to that. Would you, like, say you prepare for a marathon? Would you start out with low miles first, or you start out with the high miles first?
No, low.
Okay.
Yeah, because you got to build up a tolerance. Like they have training schedule plans that you can download. Matter of fact, my book has like a schedule that you could download when you purchase the book, and it has different things as far as, you know, the running training side. But no, you start with low miles and you have to build up your tolerance, especially if you're like, it's your first marathon, so you would do a beginner marathon training schedule. Yeah, if you're someone that's more like seasoned, like I have friends that run these things every few months. They're always training for marathons. I don't have that type of time anymore because I got so much going on, and it's like a job. You train it. But yep, low miles first, and then you build up.
The Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award. I'm not gonna say how you feel about the award. I'm gonna say how special was it for you to achieve that award?
It was it's mind blowing because, you know, you get up and you do what you do every day, at least for me, and I do it because I want to do it, or I do it because it's my duty to do it.
Yes.
Not think about it. But you don't know that how the work that you do within the community, or what you do day to day, that people are watching you do it, and they're finding that you're doing it with grace and not looking like I'm not looking for anything for what I do, but to be recognized for what I have done was like a huge eye opener for me. And yeah, I mean, it was pretty awesome, but and surreal at the same time.
Yes.
You know, like, me? Like, you know, you just being you, and it's nice to be recognized for that, I must say. Although the introverted part of me is like, oh my God, you know. Yeah, so, yeah, that's pretty much how I felt. If I was able to verbalize it, yeah, I felt like, wow. Yeah, so, but it makes me happy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I got a question. Is it better to be a strong woman or a disciplined woman?
Well, you can't be strong without discipline, because discipline makes you strong. So you can't really have one without the other, because the only way to get strong is to be disciplined, because you got to build up to be strong, and lack of discipline, you don't have anything. So I'm gonna go with discipline first. Yeah.
Now, are you a hip hop listener also?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. So a few quick questions. I'm gonna just throw them at you.
Okay.
Styles P or Fab?
Man, I'm gonna say Fab.
Okay.
That was hard.
Jada Kiss or B.C.
Jada.
Okay. So, Big Daddy Kane or Rakim?
Dang, that's hard. I'm gonna go with the God. Yeah, that's a hard one.
That's what I got to. Yeah, I love both of them.
Oh man, yeah.
LL or Nas?
Nas.
That's heavy.
That's hard.
I know. Tupac or Google?
Pop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Biggie or Big Pun?
Wow. Big. Although that's hard too. Big.
I hear that. Prodigy or Havoc?
Heavy D
No, or Havoc.
or Havoc?
Yeah, literally in the same group.
That's a dope album y'all just dropped too. Shout out to them.
Yeah, they had yeah,
Crazy. Prodigy.
I love Mob. Like, no, I love Mob. This is all love, Mob. Listen, I love all y'all. This is all the greats. I just, love all the greats. Just a few more.
Okay.
I think they fun. Questions. I'm going a little single too.
Okay.
I'll flip it up. Anita Baker or Beyonce?
That's a hard one because they're so different. And different, just different. Like two different realms. You got one that's in the jazz world, one that's more pop and R&B. I mean, I'm gonna go with Anita Baker.
That's it.
And my reasons for that is because she falls more so into the realm of what I do. Right? I don't really sing Beyonce songs like that, but I do sing some Anita Baker. But B is B. B is like not like Michael Jackson, but she's like right underneath Michael Jackson. Like she's the greatest entertainer, one of the greatest entertainer of our time. So kudos and flowers to Beyonce. How do you put those two together?
That's something to ask.
Yeah.
James Brown or Michael Jackson?
James Brown, because without James Brown, you can't have Michael Jackson. That's my answer for that. But Michael Jackson is the greatest entertainer of all time. So I'm gonna change that, Michael Jackson. But without James Brown, you can't have Michael Jackson.
I hear that. All right, last but not least.
Okay.
Last but not least. Real tough one.
Okay.
Jennifer Hudson or Aretha Franklin?
Aretha. You can't have a Jennifer Hudson without an Aretha because you already hear the influences. Aretha, nobody could duplicate her. Period. Like she's the queen in my eyes, and I love Jayla. I love her, but definitely Aretha.
That's heavy.
Absolutely.
That's heavy.
Yes.
And most importantly, besides yourself, who is somebody that you would love to give flowers to?
In the music?
Yeah, music or just like period. Who would you like to, shout out, give flowers to, show love to?
Oh, well, I shout out my family first, of course. Love to them. Trying to think who I want to give flowers to. My team. Really flowers to my team. Thank you for bringing me. And flowers to God, because without him, none of this is possible. So first and foremost.
That's it.
Yeah.
I respect that. It's a few more questions, and then we a few more questions. Is love in this world time that we live in now, is love in this world lost, or is it still love that still can be found? Is love lost now for the next generation?
I'm positive, so there is love. There's a lot of hatred that's boiling to the top, but that hatred was already here within the people that have black hearts. It's just that now they have permission to come out of their closet in their corner, because things are, it's an open door now. We can behave and just hate whoever we want to hate openly, but that hate has always been here. And honestly, I'd rather know who don't like me. I don't like what's going on, but at least people took their hoods off and we know who they are now, right? But love will always win. This is only temporary, and light will always outshine darkness, always. Although we're in times that may seem like they're endless as far as the negativity that's going on now, continue to have a pure heart, continue to love, continue to push forward in positivity, because I don't believe that we as a people collectively, I don't care what race you are, I don't believe that a majority of us are people that are full of hatred. I would never believe that. So I always think love will prevail. I think there's more lovers in this world than there are haters. So,
what are the steps that an artist must go through
when creating music?
Absolutely. Yes.
Well, the first step is how it makes you feel. At least for me, I can't speak for everybody else, but music is a feeling for me. It could be an idea, but it's something that came because it made me feel a certain way. And that could be coming from a track that I received from a producer, or a melody that I have in my head that I need to convey and get out. Once I construct a song, now you want to bring ears in and see what people think about it. And I find that sending it out to DJs, because they have the most excellent ears to get the most honest feedback. It's a lot of stuff in between. You're back and forth with the people that are closest to you, but you also need to send it out to DJs. Like, if you know some DJs, that you take a listen to this, tell me what you think, and get honest opinions, and don't shy away from making corrections. Be able to take constructive criticism, because sometimes you might like it or you might love it, but it really ain't that hot, and it's okay, and you can go home and you can recut it. And a great song, by the time it hits the radio, has already changed maybe 5-6 times. So that's part of the process. So sometimes you hit it on the head the first time, but it just all depends on what it is, and where it came from, and how it came together, and who the players are too.
Absolutely.
So it's just, they're all different. The process is different for everyone, but for me, that's pretty much my process.
Yes. Now, most artists know how to create, right? But let the artists know, and let the people know, basically, how much do they not know about the business aspect of music? Like, how you got to market, how you have to invest in yourself.
It's a lot. You could create a song, and okay, you got this song, but now where's the song going? Like, how are people going to know that it's around? And a budget definitely could take a song further. So those are the things that you have to consider when you're making this music, because making it and shooting a video and just putting it on Instagram is just not, and hoping that it goes viral, you're gonna be disappointed. Invest in record pools. get it to the DJs, boost your post, get eyes on it, run Google ads on your videos. It's just a lot of stuff. Make sure that you have your back end together, your sound exchange, your ASCAP, whoever your pro is, whether it's ASCAP, BMI, or whomever. Your mechanicals need to be taken care of. All of your licensing needs to be taken. Before you even roll out a song, there's a whole bunch of stuff that you have to do. Your split sheets. Once you're done with the song, do that immediately so everybody knows what they're entitled to, so that you're not dealing with that later. You know, and if you got enough money, go to radio. A lot of people are still listening to radio. Some people feel that's the best way to market. There's organic services that you can use for curators, so that if they like your song, they critique it. They have DJ ears too. Most of these curators are DJs. If they find that your song is worthy, and they put it on the playlist organically. It's just a lot, you know, with marketing and promotions, but that's where it lays. Like, a good song is great, but if nobody knows that it's there, then it's like it doesn't even exist.
That's the truth. And so many times, how many times do people get caught up just thinking that they might have let 50 people hear it, they might have thought it was the world, but there's only 50 people in your area and market right.
Yeah, no, music is international, marketing is global. You want to make sure that everyone hears it, you know, not just in your neighborhood, not just in your state, not just in the next states, but how about the whole United States? Let's start there.
Yes.
And then start the market globally. Because they love, your music is loved anywhere. You know, you have fans everywhere, but you just have to find them.
That's the truth. And last but not least, right? What advice do you have specifically for young sisters that's growing up in the community now? What advice do you have for them to follow their goals? I try not to call them dreams, because they should be goals.
Yes.
What do they need to be grounded in being a woman first? And also, what are the steps to becoming successful?
First off, being a woman, following your goals that you have set, or your dreams, depending on what they are and what industry you're in, don't sacrifice your integrity for anything. That's first and foremost. 10 toes down. Don't do anything that you feels wrong. All right, so we got that. Every day, no matter how small it is, do something that's gonna push you closer to that goal. Every day. It could be small, it could be big, but just be mindful and stay on course. But there was a third part of that question. We're talking about the woman part, and that's the integrity, not to sacrifice your integrity. Do something every day. Practice. If whatever your craft is, whether it be music, whether it be even in real estate or any other discipline, you need to read, you need to study it, you need to practice. Right? Perfect practice makes perfect. And you need to polish the brass and make it shiny so others can see it. So just focus. You gotta focus on what you want, you know. And I think with those 3 things, you should be good.
That's heavy. That's heavy. That's Jewel. Absolutely. That's heavy.
Thank you for having me.
Let the people know where to find you at.
You can find me at Monique Nikkole everywhere. MoniqueNikkole. You can Google me. You can add a .com. You can at me. I respond, but I'm everywhere at Monique Nikkole.
That's heavy. That's heavy. Absolutely. Let's go. Listen. We appreciate you. Listen, we appreciate you so much.
Thank you.
Each and every week, we can have your favorite entrepreneur. We can have your favorite poet. We can have your favorite artist. Listen, we can have your favorite Grammy-nominated artist right here. We could have your favorite branding company. Listen, we could have the little girl with the lemonade stand down the street, or it could be you. So listen, we are the platform of truth, the home of the champions, and we are the place where we uplift man, woman, and child. And last but not least, she will be in the next edition of Black 31 magazine, and we appreciate you always. Peace and love, one.
Marcus Garvey, Nat Turner, all the people put in the work. Come on, Frederick Douglass, come on. Listen. Peace. Yeah.